Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am. You're not. How you doing today? It's Saturday. Well, today it's Sunday. Sunday now, January 12th, 2025. How you guys doing? What's going on? Tell me. Tell me why. Guys, I did a live with Jay from Guilty of Crime and Rebecca Michelot. Rebecca Michelot, who lost her grandson, Corey Michelot. And we unfortunately know Corey from the treadmill video where his dad, Chris Greger, keeps picking him up and putting him on the treadmill and picking him up and putting him on the treadmill and making the treadmill go faster and faster and faster, and Corey keeps falling off and falling off, and it's horrific. The thing about that video is that before Chris goes over and speeds up the treadmill on Corey, he's already running. He's already running fast-paced on that treadmill for minutes, several minutes. Guys, how does it happen? How does CPS or New Jersey CPMP or whatever it's called there, how does the services that are supposed to protect children fail us? Because they're only ran by people, and they're only as good as the weakest person working there. They're only as kind as the meanest person working there. See, when people take jobs that are supposed to be in a position to help, we expect them to help. You know, I was born and raised in Hollywood, Florida, and Hollywood, Florida is known for the Guitar Hotel now, right? The Guitar Hotel. Margaritaville on the beach. But when I was growing up, at one point it was the town that Adam Walsh lived in when he was taken from that Sears store in Hollywood, Florida, the Hollywood Mall. Right away, people started blaming Reve, John's wife, Adam's mom. They somehow had this idea that she was having an affair, and of course it couldn't be random. It had to be this. Reve was never having an affair, and her and John's marriage was solid. But see, people do things and say things to make themselves feel safe. When Rebecca Michelot was telling us things that were written about her and Brianna, and that it was their fault, that they should have ran and taken off with Corey, they couldn't. What kind of life, seriously, think about that. You run and take off with a kid. You can't put him in school. He goes under a fake ID. If you could do that, if you can afford that, you never hear from them again, the rest of the family. I've been in the witness protection program. I know how it works to cut people off. You can't keep in contact with them. Otherwise, you're going to be found. They're going to be found. So, what was supposed to happen there? Brianna was supposed to run away with her young son. And what? Ultimately, they would have been caught. They would have had to have come back. And the same thing would have happened. Only Brianna would be blaming herself. Now, Brianna can blame Christopher Greger, whose fault it was, but also Child Protective Services, who was supposed to take care of her son, when she yelled and screamed and said, hey, 100 times, look. These things happen. And we need to accept that instead of blaming people that it happens to. Why was Brianna Michelot an easy target instead of Christopher Greger, who did it to his son? Because you don't want to believe that dads do that to kids? No, because you don't want to believe that supposedly good people do that to kids, right? So, Brianna Michelot, who experimented with drugs, just experimented with drugs, never raised her hand to Corey, but it couldn't be it couldn't be the Gregor family, because look at them. Look at them. Corrupt. Look at them. They didn't raise anybody worth anything inside that house that they worried so much about, with the way things looked, with who these people were. Is that the way Child Family Services? You know, the family that happens to look better than the other family? Why? Guys, you know, Child Family Services has got to clean up their act and do the right thing and hire the right people and spend money on getting people trained correctly. But we have to do the right thing as far as showing up for people. We can't point our fingers at people and just start blaming them because society has failed us or law enforcement has failed us. It doesn't work like that. You can't. You have to start screaming at law enforcement. Start screaming at Child Protective Services. Start screaming at the things that have failed us instead of the people that have been failed. Because we have to wake up and realize the system doesn't work for us. It doesn't. Guys, Rebecca Michelot writes a letter every month to Chris Gregor, the man that killed her grandson, the father of her grandson. She's never going to get the answer she wants, because there's no answer that is good enough for why her grandson's not here. There's nothing that helps her sleep any better. Like she said, you know, I'll be having a good day and all of a sudden I'll think, there it is again. That knife, that thing that tells me that my grandson's not here, that my grandson's missing this. Out of the blue, sneak attack. Corey's not here. Should you be smiling? Should you be happy? You guilty? You guilty to smile? And then to have people on top point their fingers, call them names, make decisions like it's their fault, it's their fault. Guys, we have to be better than this. We have to be better than this. Corey was a little boy who was wanted and loved, and the only crime was that he was little and he couldn't protect himself from his dad. I don't know why people beat their kids. We're not short of people that beat their kids, but we're short on services that protect them. Guys, you can check out the interview that Jay and I did, or the conversation that Jay and I did with Rebecca Michelot. And don't forget, just be better today than you were yesterday, not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always, always be kind. Thanks, guys.